My phone.
Why? What do you need it for?
Dear Sadie&P.
Oh, right.
5 seconds ago. What are we doing today? Dear Sadie&P.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. And today it's another episode of Dear Sadie&P.
We're trying out like a new
angle.
The couch is over there. What are we having?
Tea.
Cold water. It's like 35 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Celsius.
I can't give up my hot tea. My daily hot tea. Actually, this is the second one.
I don't know how you do it. You're gonna be sweating throughout this whole video.
Maybe if you see that, that's the reason.
Mm-hmm. Dear Sadie&P, please call me Eve, not my real name. So this is from Eve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the Philippines. Here, it's not that acceptable to be a member of the LGBT community. I'm writing this letter to you because I don't think I have anyone to understand the feeling I'm having right now. I feel that I'm in a silent battle and my heart is very heavy. In 2016, I met a woman. She's 18 years older than me. I was 24. By the way, I met this woman in a restaurant. It's where all companies in the area where I'm working are dining. We're always seeing each other there, but I don't like her. Her presence is irritating me for some unknown reason. But after being introduced to each other by the restaurant owner, we became okay. All I knew about her was that she's married with no kids and that her husband was very ill. We started talking and started seeing each other more regularly. My day was incomplete if I'm not able to see her. I thought it was normal because I was straight, at least that's what I thought, but suddenly I became sexually attracted to her. I started avoiding her because I can't accept myself at that time. And since I know her time schedule of being at the restaurant, I'm not going there unless I know she's gone. But there were weeks where every day, even when I will dine there very late, like 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., she was still there. People were saying that she was asking for me and waiting for me, but she never said a word about it. We could talk for hours together until 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. without thinking that we have to work the next day. My feelings for her became stronger, but I never said a word. Until there was a night that I received a message from her saying, "I love you." Which I immediately replied with an "I love you too." Sorry, she replied with "I love you too, ate," which means "I love you too, big sister" in our language. After that...
Wait.
So...
Who said "I love you too, big sister"? Who said that?
The girl writing, Eve.
Eve.
Yeah.
The girl who's writing.
Yeah. After that, we were okay. We both became busy. Then I noticed she was gone for months and I started missing her. I was trying to reach her, but there were no signs of her. When she came back, I was so happy, but she was avoidant. The restaurant owner told me she was crying earlier because her husband passed away. I felt so sad for her, but I don't know what was it within me that was also happy at the same time. Maybe I was happy because now she's not married anymore, but I know it isn't right. She must be mourning, so I texted her my condolences. I asked her to come over to my flat, and when she arrived, I hugged her. We were just quiet. I just want to listen to her. She said she's in so much pain, and she's also in a very bad financial situation. She then asked me if I can help her, because at the time, she also said that she's going to take a government exam, and I, without a doubt, helped her. That became a part of whatever we are. I wasn't rich, but whenever she asked, I would give, sometimes to the extent of touching my own savings. One day, I was browsing the internet and I came across the list of takers of that government exam she was about to take, and to my surprise, her name wasn't there. I asked her multiple times about it, but she doesn't want to give me any answers. She said, "If you want to know me, come to our house." I did. I went to their house, I met her parents. I also saw a kid whom she introduced me to as her niece, but something was wrong. I was asking questions, but there were no answers. To make it short, it was that time that I dug deeper about her. Meaning I hired a professional private investigator. I found out that she's not what I thought she was. She doesn't have a husband, she's not taking the exam, she's a single mom to one, and her real name is different. My world was crashing. I can't accept that I was fooled like that. I messaged her for the money she owes me, but she has no way of giving it back to me. I wanted to hate her, but love has its way of making you blind and hopeful. I dug even deeper to know her, but instead of hating her, I pitied her. And I was wanting to help her more during that time. I wanted to be the superhero, to carry all her burdens. I was trying to reach her, to talk to her, but I was never answered. Also, I wanted to tell her how I felt. Imagine falling in love for a woman for the first time. You question your identity and your reality, but it turns out that you really don't know the person. I became lost. I made out with people, I partied all night, I used guys to forget her. My work ethics and my relationship with friends and family changed. Fast forward to this year. Last January, I reached out to her. I wanted to know if she was okay now, and hopefully I could discuss what happened before. I found out she's still not okay, and the pandemic made her situation worse. So I offered to help a little. Last March, her father passed away. I tried being there emotionally and financially for her during that time. After 40 days of the father's death, I visited them. I saw her again for the first time in 2 years, and nothing changed. She was still beautiful. She's aging gracefully like Pete. One night I was drinking, and I told her how I felt about her. I was tipsy, but everything was clear. I asked her if she likes me in a romantic context, and she said yes before, but I was focusing on my father's physical situation. I don't have a job, and I have a kid. She even told me that I'm okay now, my life is better, and she's old now, and maybe I'm just seeing her as a mother figure. Sadie&P, I confessed that night, but the next day I never said a word again. We didn't talk about it again, but deep inside I wasn't satisfied. So I repeated through text 2 weeks after, but the response was so different from what I was expecting. She responded angrily. She called me and she was literally shouting. She was acting as if she never knew that I was in love with her. She said she never knew I was feeling this way to her, and it's a sin, and that I'm just a sister to her. I confessed, but I was also clear that I can't choose my feelings, as I also have a new life now. I confessed for clarity, and to know where do I stand in her life after all these years. Sadie&P, I don't know what to feel anymore. I felt all these years my feelings were not acknowledged, and I'm again questioning my reality.
Whoa.
Holy shit!
I'm speechless for the first time after a Dear Sadie&P for some reason.
This is like a TV drama. So let's recap. So she meets this woman and she is attracted to her, but at that point she doesn't want to admit it. Then the woman scams her for money.
Yeah.
She lies about what she's doing with the money, and she lies about her situation with her husband, which is super weird. Like she lied for pity, basically.
Yeah.
When she confesses her love, she says yes, but then she's like, no, you're just a sister to me. It's awful. Oh my god. For me, always when somebody is manipulating somebody for money, it's a huge red flag, because money is a representation of energy. I don't know if you agree with me.
Yes.
Money
Absolutely.
is energy, because you put in your energy, you get money. So when somebody is manipulating you for money, taking away from you, it's also like taking away your energy, and especially if it's being done like this with coercion, like lying about where the money is going, and also lying for pity, basically, because if you think her husband is dying or dead, you give a lot of energy with, oh, I'm sorry, like pity, a lot of, condolences, but it's not real, it's fake. So this person already, I can see that they are like an energy vampire almost. They take. So if this kind of a person is maybe giving you what you want, which is in that moment, that connection, maybe she's doing it to get what they want from you, which is your energy, your money. Like, it's very easy to fake affection or closeness to get what you want. And if a person is desperate enough, they'll do whatever it takes. And it really doesn't matter what gender or sexuality. Like, they can do this. And a woman can easily do this with a man, a man with a woman, whatever.
At the end of the letter, Eve says, what am I supposed to do? So it means that she's still in love with this person.
Well, that's the thing, though. Love can be a projection. Like, love can be, you can be feeling all these emotions and thinking the other person's feeling the same when the other person's on a completely different level. And you can still feel all that love. It's almost like imaginary love. Now, I've experienced this. I don't know about you.
Yes.
With past relationships, I feel like there were times where I was feeling all this love. And then, a couple of weeks later, she broke up with me. And I was like, so shocked. Where's it coming from, But maybe she wasn't experiencing all of that. It was all in my head. It was all like what I was feeling. So that could have definitely been your case.
I mean, I would like to know, actually, if she understood that you had feelings for her, and that, or she just thought that you were a very nice person, a very nice friend.
If you remember, like, at one point, this woman wrote to her and saying, "I love you."
Yes.
So that was like the first move.
But this is actually the other thing. I wonder why you answered, "I love you, big sister."
Right.
Right? I mean, this was your chance to say, "I love you" back, and to actually express also eventually your true feelings to her in that moment.
But I guess it's a cultural thing. I mean, I understand that, because if I was doing this in Turkey, I would have been reluctant to take it as real "I love you."
Okay.
It could have been like, "I love you as a friend, I love you as a sister." If you're in a homophobic culture, which a lot of places still are, a lot of people are afraid to touch into those emotions.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that, okay, so this is so complex in a way that, okay, we have this person who, strikes a very nice friendship with Eve, but she's also very needy. She's going through a tough moment of her life.
Is
right?
she? Because that was a lie.
That was a lie, exactly. But she's a single mom, and maybe she's struggling anyway. So she needs that money.
Right.
What is she doing with the money? She's maybe supporting her child. I don't know.
True.
Exactly.
True.
So in order to make it more dramatic, maybe she came up with excuses to provoke pity and all of that, those feelings, so that she would, get money from her. But then she doesn't know that Eve has feelings for her, gay feelings, okay? So in a way, at the end, both of them feel betrayed. Like, is she shouting at her because, this is a sin, blah, blah, blah. Now she's going backwards and say, "Oh my God, all those times that, we were interacting, this person had feelings for me in a gay way, and she feels betrayed." Because in a way, they are both lying to each other. Eve by saying, "I love you back, big sister," okay? So that's a lie.
There's a lot of internalized homophobia going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and the other one is betraying her because she's lying to her about her life.
Yeah.
So
I feel like at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. And in this case, if this person, either if they're not ready to accept their gay feelings, or if they genuinely are not having gay feelings and it was all a misunderstanding, you have to kind of like protect yourself and, take it as a learning experience. And what did you learn from this? Is that you learned that you're gay. And that's okay. That's totally fine. Yeah. You can't keep going with it because you're only going to get hurt, especially if this person is not having feelings for you, or they don't want to admit it.
For sure, at this point, I would not. I mean, I would, channel all my energies somewhere else.
Yeah.
And and move on. I mean, you need to move on from this. There's no way.
Well, at least now the feelings are out on the table.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
not hidden anymore.
Exactly.
So you can have some kind of closure.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you move on and you really accept yourself and you embrace your homosexuality, if at one point they realize that, "Oh shit, I really like this person, what did I do?" then they will come find you. And they'll initiate so that it's more balanced.
Yes.
And maybe it gives them the chance to also accept themselves.
Yeah.
If they are also gay. Which I'm still questioning. I'm not sure. This is the toughest letter we've had so far.
This is very tough.
Yeah. Considering how long this has been going on, because it's been quite a few years that this has been going on.
Yeah.
I think that you gave her enough time, more than enough time, for something to happen if it was meant to happen. So yes. I would say at this point it's probably not meant to happen. And just take what you learn from it and move on, unfortunately, in this case.
But please let us know, give us some update if something else happens, and we would really love to hear from you. Also because this is quite a story.
Yeah. The hardest
and you were amazing, you know. I think you were amazing helping this person. I mean, really. It's not that, people, I understand that people can manipulate other people into feeling pity for them so that they can get money out of them. But if you were like, you didn't give all of your money, so then it's very responsible of you.
Well, she said she was dipping into savings.
Yeah, that's, that was like,
Almost.
almost there. But yeah, it's important that you understand also your limits and your boundaries. You have to defend yourself. Even if you love a person, etc., you don't know if these people are exactly sucking your energy. So that's very important for you to be in touch with that, with that aspect of yourself.
Yeah,
I can understand how much this whole thing hurt you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the pain was coming really from the internalized homophobia aspect, like figuring out she's gay but really not being okay with that, and that's the toughest part. And
yes.
A lot of people are still struggling with that, especially if they're growing up in a homophobic culture.
Yes.
Like I did, like you did.
Yes.
Exactly. It takes time to accept that and be okay with that.
Yes. In the moment when you accept that by yourself, then you'll be a match to other people who are gay and they are totally open.
That's true. This is very true.
Yeah.
You have to accept it first and then they come to you like...
Yeah.
It's like
magic.
A beacon. Yeah.
Exactly.
They just come to you like a fly to a light bulb.
Yes. Totally.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you guys for writing us. We enjoy your letters and keep on writing to us.
And let us know if you have any video suggestions because I'm kind of fresh out of ideas at this point. So let me know in the comments like what are your favorite kinds of videos that we make, and we can make more of those. Or if you have new ideas, we're open to suggestions.
That's right. Okay. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sweaty.